Hello Twin Flames, this is Victoria and I'm here with your daily energy check. Welcome to my channel. Today, as I'm recording this, we are here in the portal of the eclipses. The solar eclipse is happening today, solar eclipse in Libra. We also have a new moon in Libra, so a lot is happening energetically. I did a special reading on that yesterday on my channel, so you can check it out, see what it means for you, feel through it, check where you got your Libra, all those good things. Also, Pluto went direct this week in Capricorn, so also check where your Capricorn is, in what house does it rule, and that means that that part of your life is going to be impacted the most. And since Pluto is a kind of a scorpionic energy, it's like that complete transformation kind of energy that you can imagine that if something is off, if something is not in alignment in that area of your life, big changes are on the way. Maybe they're already happening as we speak. But today I also wanted to hear from divine masculines and see how they're taking it, what's going on with them in a little bit more detail. So we will check what is going on with them in 5D, in 3D reality, and how the way they see the connection changes, their attitude towards DFs. And for the last one, I do have my oracle deck with messages here, so we'll get some messages from masculines to feminines. But I will start with an oracle card, as always, and today is going to be the Whispers of the Ocean. Haven't used it for a while, so somehow it caught my attention. And I got the movie Tarot for the main read, which, some of you know, I love using for the masculine energy. To me, that entire deck is like, it has that vibe. We got two cards, number 28 and 30. Surrounded by prosperity. Oh, I love that. Your attention is being drawn to the infinite nature of reality. That which exists outside the known is beyond measure. The universe is abundant. And this is like a mindset change that's being asked of you, right? Or if you're already in it, this is a reminder to be in that energy today. Do not doubt. Do not feel like it's a competition and somebody else is going to get it. Maybe you're thinking of a specific person, right? There's enough for everyone. The universe is infinitely abundant. That's what I wanted to say. And the second card is seeing both sides. Take a step back and try looking at this from a different perspective. And I'm getting with these two cards that there is something where you may see it as a failure, or you may feel it that it's a stalemate energy where you don't really have moves right now, but actually you do, right? So the universe is asking you, divine masculines, to look at things from a different perspective, to try and see that potential, even in a situation where on the surface it doesn't seem like there's a lot to go off. Okay, so with the cards we will get the 5D energy, the 3D, how masculines are seeing the connection, how they are feeling for the divine feminine right now. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Cups, the Zorro figure. So yeah, but look, Zorro is wearing a mask. So to me, that immediately feels that divine masculines want to express themselves. They acknowledge that they have that couple of, they're not ready to come out with it yet. They're still in that Zorro mode, kind of like, I'm watching you, but I'm not gonna reveal what is going on inside. Not just yet. You know, it's a little bit of a stalker energy, but take it how it resonates for your situation, of course, for those cross watchers, right? This is like gathering the information kind of vibe, which I get, and I've had people do that towards me, more than I can count, right? But yeah, just for both sides, actually, feel through it and see how healthy it is, right? Whether it's actually playful and inquisitive and curious, or it's bordering onto something toxic and wanting to use that information to like take advantage of a person, right? That's a completely different story. Also, like from my personal experience, it's fine if it's happening as a phase, you know, temporarily. While, you know, there may be some insecurities, or the other person may seem like very, very different from what I'm used to. So it's like, oh, I don't even know what, like, how they see the world, like how do I approach them, and it's like to gather more knowledge on the topic. But it should end at some point. It should get to the point where you take off the mask and you say, hey, you know, I've got serious intentions. Let's talk, let's communicate, let's do something together. Bottom of the deck here, Tower. Yeah, that's that Pluto going direct in Capricorn energy that I was just talking about. Whew, so it's heat and divine masculines. And I'm getting with the Knight of Cups that it's getting actually have 8 of Swords underneath, by the way. It's hitting them hard on like how much they're missing out on joy in life because they're not revealing their true feelings. So they don't want to speak the truth on what happened, right? Maybe the first step is even just to explain what happened before, if it was something nasty or unhealthy. So they're starting to see this kind of idea, like this picture where time is passing and they're not in the picture with their feminine. So they're missing out on having those life moments and life experiences together that they could see would be absolutely amazing. But it's like neither of them is getting that part of the happiness. So, yeah. Anyway, in 5D we see the Chariot clarified by 7 of Cups. And if you remember in this deck, this is like, I bought this in Hollywood actually. This is like well, it is the movie tarot, yeah. So for Major Arcana, they have like this little articles in the book that I like to read, especially if it's a new card. And Chariot is not the card I normally see in this deck, so I will read it, right? But the general idea, the Chariot is 7 of Cups, so they want to they want to move forward with the right choice. And yes, some of them still have insecurities, still have blockages into the energy flow on what the choice is, right? Or when is the right time for it, right? But the Chariot is that divine energy that's pushing them to make the choice, to go forward. This is Russell Crowe as Maximus in Gladiator. Life lesson: to obtain something special, step up on the plate, but don't expect it to be easy. Fast acting and thinking, the Chariot keeps several plates spinning. It holds the courage to conquer new territory and scale demanding heights. Keep your eyes on the prize while drawing on strength and poise. Yeah, so this is like a reminder. Yeah, of course it's not easy. You know, it's probably gonna be even more rewarding because it's like that, right? You're overcoming your own obstacles and challenges on your way to greatness and to success. Maximus faces the killer of his family. My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, commander of the armies of the north, general of the Felix legions and loyal servant to the true emperor, father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife. I will have my vengeance. Take it how you will in terms of the vengeance piece. I wouldn't draw too much into it, but the Chariot energy is definitely the one that's like, okay, let's go, right? The 3D. Wow, 8 of Cups clarified by the Lovers. Oof. And 8 of Cups, yeah, here to me also has a little bit different vibe. I also like the moon energy that is alluded here. To me, it's almost like parts of eyes or like a picture in a picture in this one, right? So I'm getting that divine masculines is seeing how fragmented their vision of reality is, right? How they've, well, maybe not always, but for a long time, they've seen it a certain way from certain big experiences of their life. Like there were several milestones and maybe they don't even know about all of them, but they realize that certain experiences have shaped the way they see the world and the way they see relationships with other people, right? And now they're suddenly seeing that it's not as complete and as systematic as they thought, right? Like they're finding holes in it. The moon and all this eclipse energy is drawing it out of them too, right? So the love on the back of it, the impact of the connection of divine feminine in their life is impacting. For some, I'm hearing it's the soulmate, especially if they haven't met the twin, right? For some, it's the soulmate that's in their life, but there is somebody that's showing them And soulmate, as we know, doesn't even have to be a romantic partner, right? But as long as it's a trusting relationship, a more intimate relationship, it's good enough to show the person that difference, right? That quality of connection, right? And because of that, they're now seeing the flaws in their overall picture, right? That actually there is like, yeah, basically it's around, I don't want to get too much into it because it's a rabbit hole, I don't want to go down. But yeah, basically they're seeing how their approaches, their techniques in communication were actually not conveying the way they wanted to present themselves in a situation. How they see in this connection, what's changing? We have the Hermit, Meryl Streep here, I can see, and clarified by 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, they're kind of similar energies, I would say, but I'm getting that this is actually, this is the divine feminine energy on the back of it, right? So it's again, this is the divine power, right? It's the major arcana. And it's forcing divine masculines to go within and rethink their own energy and where they're at, and how satisfied they are in their life, individually, in their own right, right? Something in the image of their feminine is pushing them towards it. And not just like out of jealousy or envy or like trying to match, but more even from like, I've never really considered this part of my life as important. Or I never thought I would want to do these kind of activities, right? But now I'm reconsidering, like, why don't I have anything like that? I don't know, maybe like they don't have a solid hobby in their life, or they don't do something artistic, because maybe they were brought up with an idea that it's only like very few people who can and should pursue it, right? And maybe that's why. Something along those lines. That's pretty, like, if you think about it right now, or like with the new eyes, it seems pretty obvious that that was a flawed belief, right? And now they are going within, taking time for themselves to explore more of what they really want to do. And of course, it goes back to childhood, inner child, and realizing or tapping into that energy to see what their inner child wanted to do, wanted to pursue, but didn't have a chance. Or maybe that experience was interrupted with something negative and it just stopped there. It's a very useful way of considering your gifts, talents, and aptitudes, by the way. Yeah, so this is Meryl Streep as Karen Blixen in Out of Africa. Life lesson. Withdrawal, especially for spiritual reflection, can be the better way forward. That's what the masculines are doing right now. Karen, the Hermit temporarily lets go of everyday material concerns and seeks higher guidance. Allow the light within you to glow powerfully and trust in your innermost truths. Karen Blixen reflects on her lover's desire to live in the moment. Perhaps he knew, as I did not, that the earth was made round so that we would not see too far down the road. That's pretty cool. Okay, how they're feeling for the feminines right now. Knight of Wands, clarified by the Fool. Ooh, and look at that. I can even see the wand in both of them. It's like even going in the same direction. Very cool. So they know they have a lot of passion. They see their feminines as this badass kind of hero vibe, you know, and again, they've never thought they'd be drawn to that kind of aspect of it, right? Maybe they were even intimidated before, but now they see it more attractive than ever. Right? And this is new energy. This is something that, like I said, they haven't really experienced, or they haven't really consciously thought about it. But now it's coming around, right? The energies that are causing all those changes that we just talked about, they're causing them to take another look and see the new reason they find their feminine sexy and attractive on many levels. Okay, last but not least, let's get messages from DMs to DMs. What would DMs like to share today about what they're going through this weekend? What's happening with the energies? What are they learning? What are they overcoming? Oops, that's too many. Masculines aren't very talkative today. That's okay. got a couple of cards. I think that's plenty. You are my star that outshines all others. Yeah, I was just talking about it. I ran out of fear that you will see the real me. And that's why we have that Eight of Cups, where they're now seeing what they've been running away from or what needs fixing in their own reality. So they stop running and they're more vulnerable, more open, and more connected in communication in the relationship, right? So a lot of them are seeing that with somebody else. For some of you, it will be with like between DF and DM, right? If you've had certain encounters where the one or the both of you tried to go deep, but it didn't work out well, this is now that revision moment. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I love you all, and I'll be back with more readings very soon.